This episode of Another Great Day is brought to you by water, the essence of life. It's Thursday, April 6th, 2023. I'm Aaron, and this is my very wet friend, Chris.
The essence of life?
Yeah, that's right. And we'd like to welcome...
from something?
Oh, yes, from a Zoolander.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yes. And as former male models, Chris and I are very familiar with that. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
A model of what not to do. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, there it is.
Well, we'd like to welcome you back to Another Great Day, the podcast designed to have fun, encourage interaction, creativity, conversation, all the things, all the happiness. Well, hey, Another Great Day listeners, let me ask you a question. Do you hear that sound?
It's time for the best segment ever. All right,
Today's topic. What?
You ready for this?
Yeah.
What is the best bug?
Ooh.
What is the best bug? B-U-G.
Okay. So think of bugs and then pick the best one.
That's right.
All right. Okay. So today I'm thinking best bug ever, praying mantis. So cool.
Whoa.
Yep. I originally was thinking butterfly because they're real pretty, especially monarch butterflies. But I'm going with praying mantis because they're so unique. And I don't know, the little pincher thingies are so cool looking on them. They have a neat shaped head, like kind of like an upside down triangle. And yeah, I like the praying mantis. How about you, Chris?
I recently saw the internet, and beware, it's full of things. But there was something that said that there's these bugs right now that are in the world, that are all around, that are not mosquitoes, that they look like giant mosquitoes.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare.
They're not mosquitoes, but they look like kind of like mosquito dragonflies.
Faux-squitoes?
These are actually called crane flies. But this article said these are the mildest and tamest of all the bugs. The calmest, and they don't do anything bad besides exist near you, which some might think is annoying. Right. They don't like getting your food. They don't land on you to, like a mosquito might bite you or something. They don't sting you. There's nothing they don't do anything negative besides fly around at the top of your ceiling and like buzz a little bit. Wow. Well, and they feed bats and birds and stuff. I'm sure that they are food for something else in part of the ecosystem. So that is the bug I'm going to say is the best one that has the least amount of effect on me.
Super friendly, low maintenance bug.
Yes. Yep. That's the one.
Well, listen, just like the rest of the week, if you guys have a best thing topic you'd like us to discuss, make sure to tag us on Instagram at Another Great Day Podcast.
And that'll bring us to this day in history.
On this day in 1909, that's 1909, a long time ago, Robert Peary almost reaches the North Pole. He doesn't get there, but he almost gets there, and that's notable. American explorer Robert Peary accomplishes a long, elusive dream when he and his assistant Matthew Henson and 4 Inuits reach what they determine to be the North Pole.
So are you saying that they got to a point and they thought it was the North Pole, but we now know that it probably wasn't by maps and such?
Correct. I think at that time they got as north as they could, and they just said, you know what, we're going to just tell everybody, we're going to make an agreement. This is not historically accurate, but we're going to huddle up. All right, if anybody asks, we reached the North Pole. Got it? Got it.
Well, from what I've seen and read about the North Pole and how traveling in the ice, tundra, ice glacier, or whatever it is, it is just terrible.
That sounds horrible.
It's impossible to go. Like you're just walking on ice for days and water and snow.
And trust me, I know a thing about walking on thin ice.
And that'll do it for this day in history.
Well, this next segment's called the question of the day. And if you're new to this, we'll ask a question, encourage you to take a minute to answer the question with those around you. We'll give you some time to answer. And if you need more time, pause the show. We'll be here. Today's question of the day is, if you were in a food fight, what's the one thing you'd want to throw the most? We'll be right back. Welcome back to another great day. Hope you had a great discussion. So, Chris, if you're in a food fight, what's the one thing that you would want to throw?
Since, I've never been in a food fight, so I'm not really sure what food fights are like. I don't endorse them. I was a teacher lunchroom monitor. It never happened on my watch. I mean, I saw a kid throw one piece of food once, like as part of a hamburger, but it didn't escalate into an all-out food war. I'm imagining if there was, I would want to in this imaginary world have a whipped cream flamethrower where I am flame throwing this whipped cream out into the air, and it's just floating into the air for a couple of seconds because it's very lightweight.
Yes.
Gently landing on all the people below, and they're like, why is it raining white cream everywhere?
Okay, we need to get Dude Perfect to invent this thing and do it on one of their shows. That would be amazing.
I imagine it would have to be like a backpack full of the whipped cream,
like the slime tank from Ghostbusters 2.
Yes, like that.
But it shoots whipped cream instead of mood slime.
Yes. Yep.
That's amazing. Well, I have also never been in a food fight. I do not endorse them, but I've seen them on movies and things like that. Personally, I'd like to throw a big tub of coleslaw, because I don't like coleslaw at all, so I wouldn't be sad about it. And it would be incredibly effective because once it hit, it would splat. And I think that'd be pretty cool. Chris, can we give an honorable mention?
Oh, what you got? What's your honorable mention?
I think the honorable mention for every food fight is just like a pie. Throwing a pie. Something about throwing a pie.
That's the beginning shot heard around the world.
Started the great food fight, World War I.
Key lime pie that is just a bunch of key lime, whatever it is, whipped topping.
Splatting.
And it was an accident because the kid was trying to hit another kid, but they moved out of the way and it went on to the teacher's face.
He bent down to tie his shoe.
It got splattered.
And then, boom, Principal Cornelius took a key lime pie to the face, and everyone had to run 2-a-days for the next 3 weeks.
Oh, dear.
Yes, indeed. All right, well, great talk, Chris. Well, unfortunately, and fortunately for him, Wes is still out of pocket. So last I heard, he was orbiting the moon in one of the new SpaceX rockets, so I hope he is enjoying that. But let's go ahead and hit it with our dad joke for today.
All right. Knock, knock.
Well, who's there?
Waddle.
Waddle who?
What'll it take to stop knocking? We'll be right back.
Welcome back to another great day. I'm Aaron, and that's Chris, and we're glad you're here. It's Thursday, April 6, 2023, and this part of our show is called The Word of Wisdom. Here we go.
Proverbs 21:14. A gift in secret subdues anger, and a bribe hidden in the pocket, strong wrath. I am going to say something about this. This is interesting to me. This is a really weird verse, and I think this is part of Proverbs sometimes just is an observation on life. It's just saying, here are true things in the world. And I think this is one of those where it's not saying you should do this. It's just saying people do this.
I think that's an excellent observation and a great breakdown of one of these proverbs, because it's easy to be like, wait, so I'm supposed to do what? No. This is just be aware, young son, young daughter. This is the way of the world.
We encourage you to take a minute to discuss this with the people around you. We'll be right back.
Well, that'll do it for today. Let's cue the music and wrap things up. Our mission here is to encourage interaction, creativity, and conversation.
So even though today's show may have come to an end, that does not mean your discussions have to come to an end.
We thank you for listening and hope you make it another
Great
day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, today's question is, if you could make ice like Elsa from Frozen, what would you do with the ice?
If you could have a snow cone right now, would you eat it? I know I would.
Crunch. Proverbs 21:14. The NLT version of the Bible says something.
Whoops.
That's all right. We'll just go with one version.
I think we should dedicate today's show to all the people in the back row holding the wall. Don't look behind you.
Oh no!
Surprise! It's your birthday. I snuck a whole group of people into your room while we were recording, super quietly, and we're now going to celebrate your birthday.
That would be amazing because I'm facing
almost
the door.
A year too early. Well, while we were doing the podcast, actually, while you were reading the proverb, I was busy inventing a teleportation device, and I teleported all of your loved ones into the room behind you very quietly.
That's so sweet of you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you know what? We aim to serve here on another great day.
What a friend.
A friend indeed. All right. See ya.
The end.